Guys, every time you do like a butterfly guard, you have to know you have to protect your guard no matter what. Even your guard is made to defend yourself, but when you use your guard to sweep, you don't want the other person to control your leg. So you want to attack, you don't want to be defending, especially when you do butterfly guard. We don't do butterfly guard to hold someone, and I think it's pretty much like impossible to hold someone in a butterfly guard. Butterfly guard, you have to sweep the other person. If you're not sweeping, you're getting your guard passed. So if I'm gonna approach him, I'm gonna just get a hold of his hand immediately, and my leg comes right after. My hands keep going, but my leg just come after. Never like the opposite, you know what I mean? So I get a hold of him, my hands comes right after. My leg comes right after my hands. And this must be like a way also to kind of control the distance, you know what I mean? If you control his hand, now you know you're really close. You're close to sweep, you're close to the other person attacking. So we cannot let it go his hand, you know, you have to. And when I say let it go, doesn't mean you gotta hold his hand on free. Doesn't mean you gotta hold his hand. When I say let it go, it's like don't lose the control. You know what I mean? His hand goes, you have to get a hold of his hand. Like, you don't need to make a grip, just get a control of his hand no matter what. So I'm constantly control this and then keep moving. Look, I already have a feeling the other person start going to my legs. You know, go my head. I'm controlling his hands. I know when he goes to my head. I know when he goes to my leg. So this can give you like a chance to plan something. When he goes to your leg, when he goes to your head. So if you know he wants to go to your leg, it's already like a good thing that you can set it up. So it's really hard to read the other person's mind, but then when you're able to follow his movement, you already start to think about. So I'm control this, he keep moving. I know he really wants to go to my leg. He really wants to go to my leg. So when I realize like that's what he wants, I give it. I let it go. But I don't let it go. I don't let him go to my leg to attack me. I let him go to my leg to me try attacking. So I know when he goes to my leg, maybe his head get exposed. So I have this. I control his hand. I control his hand. I know when I let it go, he's gonna go straight to my leg. So I have this. I keep walking. I go in his head. I go to his head, but now I cannot give him like a full control of my knees. I need to kind of like get a hold of his head and spread out my knees apart. Not only my knees apart, but my feet start to like open up too. Most because I want to get a little bit of hold of him. I don't want the other person to jump. I don't want the other person to jump and leave my feet over, so my feet has to kind of like just get a little bit of hold of him. It's not a lot, but just enough. So I go there. I got his head. I was able to find his neck open. Now I want to finish on the guillotine. So the hand that was on the top of the head is gonna push his head under my armpit, and the other hand is just gonna connect, and the same hand is just gonna connect. I have a chance to put my elbow up, but to my elbow go higher, I just gotta fall on my side. So my elbow go much higher. So especially if you have not much flexibility on the shoulder, when you fall on your side, your elbow goes right in the place that you're supposed to. And also you defend your guard too. You don't stay like easy to the other possible. You kind of like just protect so you don't let him pass. Let's both have the same intention. So I want to control his hand and he wants to go to my leg. So when I let go his hand, he goes to my leg. And then I have the position. I make one grip, and now I just gotta like my feet try to keep like control him. So keep your feet like control to don't let the other person pass your guard, right? So first hand under the chin, second hand snap the head down, second hand push the head under your armpit, and the second hand connect on top. All right. Make sure you hide like your thumb in every situation. Let's go try it. Thank you. Guys, you know we work like at the hands fight every day, but I still see you guys make mistakes. We have to stay on top of that. And when I stay on top, it's like I'm controlling his hand. I'm not holding his hand, but I'm controlling his hand. Every time my hand is on top of his hand, I'm controlling. Every time we switch that, you know. So he is controlling my hand. So it doesn't matter if you grab it or not, you know. As long as your hand is kind of constantly on top of his hand, means like you avoid him to go after you. So try push yourself to always stay like above his hand and control his hand no matter what. Doesn't matter if you come from outside or if you come from inside, so you have to try to get a hold of his hand from the top. So stay on top of this. And some of you guys ask about this, like I'm controlling him on my feet, but sometimes my feet gets across. Get this. So it doesn't matter if it's this way or the other way, as long you don't let the other person move, that's fine. So make sure you just hook the other person with your legs, right? So we make a plan. We hope like I'm gonna let him go to my leg, and I'm gonna try attack his neck at the same time. So that's a plan. Doesn't mean every plan works, but we gotta try. We gotta have a plan. If it doesn't work, we gotta have another plan. All right, we gotta have second, third, and whatever happens. So in this point right now, I'm gonna go on his neck, but he's gonna defend his neck. So as soon as I release this, he's gonna defend. Just take action, and he's still gonna be on my legs, man. So now I go to his neck, but I have no choke from him. And what the other person does, he maintains the control of your leg, and he just jump on your side right now. So now he's about to start to establish the side control. So if you wait over here, soon he's gonna just hold and pass your guard. So the other person take your chin and attack your leg. Means like maybe you're too slow, or maybe the other person is already thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to his leg, but I'm not gonna open your leg. I'm not gonna open my neck. Usually, if you don't let the other person put your knees together, he cannot pass. But in this point, the other person was able to just put your knees tight and then pass. Maybe the other person is stronger than you thought. You know? So I have this. As soon as I release, he goes pass. And then he pass. When he decides to get a hold of me, when he decides to start like to get a control, I'm gonna do this. So this is a good control, but doesn't mean he's gonna establish the guard pass. So he needs to release this usually to get a hold of it. So usually this hand goes on your hip, the other hand swing over my arm, and then he starts like push your back on the mat, right? So he has this, just swing and just try to get a hold of you. In that meantime, when he releases your leg to get a hold of your upper body, we have a chance to avoid him, to block like his control. So he's right here. I would work on his neck, I lost. As soon as he starts to do this, the arm that is next to him is gonna frame, just block this. Don't let him crush your arm, make sure your arm kind of like avoid him. My hand control his head, and then now keep your elbow kind of pushing away. Stay tight, Jimmy. So just keep your elbow pushing away. So now what I'm gonna do is the closest leg, I'm gonna swing inside. Just do this. And now the far leg, I'm gonna put it back. My knees is a little bit together. I gotta spread out my knees over here. And before he get a hold of my leg again, before he do this, come back, I need to pummel and get a good hold of it. You can just stay here and then set up a sweep, or you can start to sweep right away from the first on the hook, right? One more time, man. So I have this. As soon as I release, he goes, he passes. You get a hold and just block. Keep holding. The other person doesn't hold you, you walk away from him, right? But in this case, he's just holding. So now what I'm gonna do is the closest leg, hold my hip. The closest leg, I bring inside. The other leg, I bring inside. And now I'm gonna just open up my knees inside and get a pummel from here. From here, let's try sweep, all right? Just finish with like any sweep you can. Let's try it. Same situation. I was able to go on his neck, he protect his neck, he jump on my side. As soon as he starts to go to my hip, I get my elbow inside. So the whole time I'm pushing off him. And it's really hard to the other person goes against like your elbow, your forearm. You can keep kind of really, Jimmy, can you stay on my hip? Stay tight over there. So keep closer. So it's gonna be really hard to the other person close when you really push it. Keep going close. So keep getting close. So you have to really keep this elbow like moving away. Every time the other person is close, you have to keep pushing. But as I told you, my feet start going to side. My hip, if I can walk away from here. Usually if the other person got a good hold on my hip, but he's not that close enough, I can even go back again. And we back to like a neutral position. But any moment we get over here, close, 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 close. Get closer. Any moment you get over here and your leg cannot get inside of his leg, we go from the outside, so we go here. So every time we go here, we use this to kind of open up more room. So I'm gonna try to stretch him and then bring the other one back inside. I'm still pushing this and then you go back. Every time you push this means when you recover guard, we're gonna have a room to pummel. If you don't push, if you let the other person stay tight on you, you recover guard, he's gonna be so tight. He's gonna be so tight over here that you recover guard, but then soon the other person is gonna jump again. So let's recover guard, but with this kind of working, don't let this get smashed from your opponent. So keep this open the whole time. So when you get over here, stay tight, tight. Keep this close. That's the difference. So I'm keeping a good distance from him. So I told you, I tried to bring this close. He closed his knee inside. So I don't know if you guys see, his butt is almost touching his heel. So usually if you do this, it's not gonna fit. So I'm kind of like pulling a little bit closer, and then I'm able to go there. Stretch, get the bottom leg, hit this, push him off, and then start pummeling from there. And then keep walking. Oh, that was the easiest sweep I ever did. Let's go try, guys.